Hey guys, Conway Mate here. Sorry it's been a while since I bring out a video. I've been fairly busy over the weekend and I just didn't have time to upload a video, so here we go. So firstly I'd like to say thank you very much for 100 subscribers. It's an amazing thing to achieve. It may not seem like that much, but every subscriber counts and I really appreciate all you guys watching my video and subscribing. So thank you to everyone that subscribes. I appreciate all your support. So this video has been asked for quite a while and it's about your max stats you can get on your items. So let's get into it. On the weekend I sat down with a sandwich bag and pretty much wrote down my stats until I realised my guildmates actually made a guide. So thanks to Nath2G, who has been a massive help in this. He's got heaps of good guides, so check him out. He's the one that I was able to put my guide next to his and make sure all the stats were correct. So definitely check him out. So just a little bit of the basics. If you're on your main screen, you'll see up the top, if you actually click on those three little figures up the top, you'll see the skill damage, it's the weapon damage, and the health. These are just little base figures, as you can see. We'll get into more technical stuff in a second. But yeah, definitely do keep an eye on these during the videos, because these do change quite a bit. So if you go to the three lines, you'll see all your stats come up. And these are all your stats pretty much offensively and defensively. So as you can see, I have some bonuses here and there. Some are good, some are bad, but the main reason why I'm doing this video is for the reroll system in the tournaments, and most of the people know how to reroll. If not, you just go into tournaments and the hammer, but that's pretty much how you reroll. And obviously if you get gold, it means you get the best stats, but I'll pull up a menu in a second to show you all the best stats. You don't have to necessarily experiment yourself. Now, before I chuck up the figures, you'll see there's 3 or 6 stats in the game. It's fire damage, frost damage, and void damage. And you'll see these damages, there's damage in general and also damage taken, as you can see on the screen. Pretty much these can only be achieved through the weapon and the type of armor you have. So frost can only be earned through frost, fire can obviously only be earned through fire gear, and the void can only be earned through void gear. So definitely keep that in mind with these figures. So here's the fun part. So as you can see on the screen, feel free to pause through any of these sections, but these are all your stats before any gear. So these are your base stats based on level 360 gear, and it's everything 360. So any stat you earn on items will go and add on to everything else on this menu. So to start off with weapons, as you can see, it's pretty much more aggressive things. I've written down the percentage it gives. If it gives minus percentage, I wrote that down, and yeah, I've pretty much put on the type of stat. So these are all the max stats for all these items. Again, helmet is more the damage taken reduced. So as you can see, there's a lot of damage reducing. We get to the armor section, which is damage reducing, and we also have some utilities in there like skill damage, splash damage, and max mana. So the armors are all over the place. We have boots, which is more for utilities. So again, it's for coins, dodging, run speed, mana regen. So all utilities. We have the gloves, which is all the attack speeds, critical damages, a lot more of the damages. And then we also have and as you see here, it's back to utilities, which is pretty much just all the coins, block, all those little bits and pieces that you can aim for. So we have all the total max stats, and this is all the maximum you can get across certain amounts of gear, and just feel free to pause and have a look. I just did it really fast so you guys don't sit there and have a video that drags out, but yeah, do pause it if you need to. So as you can see on the screen, there are a lot of benefits. There's a lot of defensive maxes, and there's also a lot of critical and damage maxes. Now, a lot of the max, I'll show you in a second, but you want to be aiming for a lot of damage. As you can see, critical chance, it's quite hard to get crit, and some other things are also hard to get. On the list, crit and I'd say splash are the hardest to get, but it's up to you guys if you want to build it that way. So some of you guys must be wondering, what should I build? So if you're going to do tournaments, you go on the tournament menu and you'll see there's actually a modifier. You can build it around that modifier, but if not, then it just depends on your playstyle. Another thing with these skills is make sure you check out your abilities and talents, because as you can see on the screen, all your talents actually give bonus stats. You'll see some of them give you mana, some of them give you weapon damage, some of them actually give you health. So do make sure to check out your skills page, because they will also help with your stats. Now, you might see on the list back there and on here, your void damage and fire damage don't show on the main menu, but it will show in game. So as you can see, when I go up to mobs and attack them, my auto attacks and my void damage is a lot more. Any void damage bonuses is going to go on a void weapon, and that's the same with fire and frost weapons. So if you're looking to do an auto attack character, add some damage specific to that element. So as you can see, I'll go back to the skills page, and yeah, again, you can see I did quite a bit of damage bonus. Every now and then I did some crits, which also add critical chance and critical damage on top of my void and base weapon damage. So it all adds up in the end. But yeah, you can see the damage per second is actually where it's all at on that one. So next I'll show you the ideal build for climbing. So we want to be aiming at, well, what I aim at is a mage build. So I aim at skill damage, fire damage, health, mana. They're the main traits you're going to be looking for in general with any build. I mean, some builds are different, but a lot of builds these days are going skill damage, health, the specific elements, damage, and everything else. As you can see here, I've got a lot of skill damage. I'll also put on some mana perks and obviously some damage perks. And you can see here, my mana points are massive because I've got armor with mana. I've got also abilities with mana, and also my skill damage is going to be massive with my fire damage. Obviously it doesn't add to it, but in around it will. So this is just an example, the blast level. It's not very fair because I'm pretty maxed out, but you can see the burst damage that's here. I'm not taking any damage at all, and I'm just bursting down these mobs. So it does become quite easy to climb up levels and do mini levels. Downside with this build is your health is a little bit downside because you're more a mage, but what you want to use is your totems to stay alive. And another example here, if you put on all health items, you may only get to like 20,000 health, and once you actually go and put on the ability overheat or the talent overheat, you'll see you get a massive amount of health on top of that. But it's been a massive amount of health, and I've seen people that get over 60 billion health with all the armor and max overheat and all that. It's just insane levels. And as you can see, the health build is pretty much helpful for higher up levels, surviving, and you can see I'm fighting things way above my level and much damage at all. So thank you for watching this video. Like I said, I just do it really quickly so you guys aren't just sitting there and I'm just talking for hours. Feel free to pause at any time during this video, and feel free to comment if you need some help on your builds. Thank you very much for 100 subscribers again. I do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Sorry this video has been all over the place and it's taken a while to record. Again, I've been pretty all over the place this weekend, so thank you very much for staying tuned for this one. Like, subscribe, comment if you want to, and stay tuned for the next one. Thank you.